Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori. This is Africa 54. Al-Shabaab fighters erupted from a relatively quiet period on Friday to attack a remote Somali army base and enter a nearby town close to the border with Kenya. The terrorist group says they killed dozens of Kenyan soldiers that are part of an African Union force supporting the government. Both Somali and Kenyan military officials say the militants seized the base near the town of Sadi, about 550 kilometers west of Mogadishu. The spokesman for the African Union peacekeeping force, AMISOM, says the battle for the base is still ongoing. Now, for more on the Al-Shabaab attacks, I'm joined live via Skype from Nairobi by Jacque Maribe, who is a senior reporter at Citizen TV in Kenya. Jacque, first, the president has spoken. They talk about the casualties. Is there any confirmation of the number, the exact number of Kenyan soldiers who were killed?
Indeed, good evening, Vincent. And as you're rightfully saying, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who's also the commander-in-chief of the Defense Forces, has spoken this evening. And he's not giving any particular number on the casualties or the fatalities, but he is confirming that indeed this attack was carried out in El-Ade, that is a base where the Kenya Defense Forces operate from. You do know very well that they are under the AMISOM hat. But he insists that, this did indeed happen on a Kenyan base and not as earlier reported by the Kenya Defense Forces spokesperson, saying it was on a Somali National Army base camp. But President Uhuru Kenyatta says, Vincent, that despite not giving us the number or the casualties or the fatalities, that Kenya will remain unbowed. We will not be cowed by what he terms as cowards, and that Kenya will remain in Somalia. Vincent.
Is there any indication that this attack targeted specifically Kenyan soldiers?
Indeed, Vincent, we have over the past few years been on a collision course with these Al-Shabaab militants who essentially want the Kenyan troops out of Somalia. So this is not something that is new. They have tried this before, and they have even attacked people right here within our borders in Kenya. And every time when they claim responsibility, they say they are targeting Kenyans, the public, or rather even the Kenyan troops in Somalia, so that we can get out of their country. So yes, indeed. However, we don't have an official confirmation from our defense forces. We have been trying to get that the whole day, but they are not giving us any confirmation or any, a statement by Al-Shabaab saying that indeed this is what they are claiming responsibility for.
Now, Jacque, very quickly, the government, the president has always said, we will crush Al-Shabaab. Up to this point, do Kenyans feel that Kenya is making headways, is defeating Al-Shabaab?
Vincent, time and again, when we hear such reports, because as I said, this is not the first time, they give us a breakdown, an account of just how much they have done, how far they have gone since the Kenyan troops went into Somalia in October of 2011. And so far, yes, Kenyans do feel that a number of these insurgents have been dealt with, have been killed. We have had reports of where our Kenyan troops have been able to completely crush these Al-Shabaab camps. However, when such a thing happens, like today in El-Ade in Somalia, then Kenyans are taken aback. But however, we have seen overwhelming response from Kenyans today who say they stand with KDF. So it is a result not just from the president, but also from the Kenyan public, that Vincent, Kenya will not be cowed by this.
Well, Jacque, thank you very much, Jacque, for your reporting there. That's Jacque Maribe, who is a senior reporter on the Citizen TV in Kenya.